Clara, what are you doing here? Here, in my little corner of paradise? The Starbucks at Barnes & Noble? It's good to see you. No, sit down. No, I insist. It's no big deal at all. No, I mean, there's nothing better to do today. Yeah, sit down. How are you doing? How did you enjoy last Sunday session? Good. That's good to hear. I was gonna say, you are someone who, when I met you, I felt that my practice could be very helpful to you. Yes. Quite frankly, I thought that you needed it, and I would be a little concerned if you didn't come back. So I'm glad that you returned. Amazing. Have you gotten anything to drink yet? You can have a sip of mine if you want. I get coffee, I get a little bit of milk sometimes. It gives me a tummy ache. And then I get vanilla, nutmeg, cocoa, and cinnamon powder. Yeah, take a sip. They know that I always bring my own mug. It says shoot for the moon. That's what you can do. And I always bring my own mug because I told them I don't use that reusable garbage because it's going to fill all the landfills and I know they don't recycle it. So, have a sip. You know what, if I finish this one, you can get your cup in this one. And this one, yeah, you can use it instead of using another paper cup, you know? Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see you're doing okay. How are you feeling today? A little stressed? Yeah, aren't we all? Don't worry. I'm glad that you came because it's a good space. It's very peaceful here. Although I will say it can be especially stressful if you go somewhere that you think is not stressful, but then you go there and then you're feeling stressed and you're like, this is supposed to be the place that takes away my stress. And you feel super stressed because you're like, am I never gonna find happiness ever? But it's okay because you're here now. You're here, you're in the moment. I heard a sound. We're in the moment. And we are going to focus. We're gonna focus and I'm gonna help you because, you know, as a mindfulness teacher, as a spiritual teacher, as a mind teacher, truly, I am always on the clock. If someone needs help, I'm helping them. And if I am constantly exploring my own mind to help others, I'm always on the clock. Do you understand? That's why I say it's not a journey, it's a lifestyle, it's a day-by-day exploration, which I suppose is also a journey, but it's not a journey because there's no end goal that you can't reach within a second. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyways. Why don't I read to you from my book? It's called Meditations for Women Who Do Too Much. Sound like someone you know? Maybe it does. I won't call you out. Go on. It's very hot in here. Let me show you. Let's find one. It says asking for help. Could be you. There was a Zen story about a professor who came to a Zen master seeking knowledge. The old Zen master looked to the professor carefully, asked the student to get her a pot of tea and 2 cups. She placed the cup in front of the professor and began to pour. The tea filled the cup and spilled out over the table. The professor shouted, "Stop, can't you see the cup is full? It can hold no more." The old Zen master smiled and said, "And so it is with you. Your mind, too, is full of too many things. Only then, when you empty it, can there be room for more knowledge." Asking for help is a way of emptying our lives. Stopping and seeing that our lives have become too full may well be the beginning of a process that can empty us and make way for new ways of being. So here's our meditation, okay? My cup runneth over may in some contexts be a declaration of disaster. Emptying is fully important as filling. Emptying is as important as filling. Think about that. You know what I mean? If we feel like there's too much on our plates, there's no shame in taking one of those things off the plate. You know, if I come to the Starbucks in Barnes & Noble and I get my coffee and I get maybe a blueberry muffin and maybe I get a scone. If I eat the muffin and I'm not hungry for the scone, I don't have to eat the scone. Maybe I can save the scone for later. Maybe I can have it for breakfast tomorrow. Maybe I'm not full and then I eat the scone. Do you understand? But there's no shame in saving that scone for later. It's still stuff that you can get to sometime, but you don't have to make yourself unhappy now in the moment just because you feel like you have to do something that moment. You can always wait. You understand? Or like when I go home, there's always a million things I feel like I have to do. I have to do the laundry. I have to clean my house. I have to wash dishes. I have to do this. I have to do that. But instead of seeing it as I have to get all this done, maybe view it as these are things I want to get done. And I will be proud of each and every accomplishment that I do today. Because let's be real, when we go home and we have 14,000 things to do, we'll do like one or two, Last night I picked up a couple things and I washed a few dishes. We tried, but I'm not upset that I haven't fulfilled every single thing I wanted to do. Yes, I've been trying to wash the sheets for a month, but the sheets are still there, and I am still there, and I am still fine. You understand? I'm not going to beat myself up because the sheets are dirty. My body's a little mad that the sheets are dirty, but we persevere. You understand? Yeah. You know what? Let me show you. So, listen. Just put your feet kind of crisscross. I'm sure they won't mind. It's fine. So, we do this in class. And basically, we do this in like every yoga class. And it's kind of like the stereotypical, you do this. But the reason why we do this is because it creates a closed circuit throughout the entire body. Do you understand? So it's like your body is a circle, and instead of the energy running out through your hands, it runs back into itself. You understand? So the reason why you do this, you create your closed circuit, you cross your legs, you kind of are this one self-contained thing. This also is just like a very comfortable position, I personally believe. And the reason why people say Om in a practice is because it's believed to be the first sound of the universe. You know what I mean? So when you say that sound, you are taking yourself to that moment. Do you understand? You're aligning yourself at one with the universe. Just close your eyes. Just feel that. Feel the energy in a contained circuit. Contained circuit. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel the peace, the serenity. Let me read to you from another book. You don't have to cross your legs anymore. These chairs are long after all. Let me see. Let's do poetry. The Spice Box of Earth. I got this in the used section. It was like $2. I know. Nice, right? Oh, this one's long. Everyone's being loud. Ugh. Everyone's being loud. All these poems are long. God damn it. Leonard. I don't like that one. We'll try this. This is very short. Go buy books. Go buy books. Go buy books. Here, Barnes & Noble. Just kidding. Go buy books, love. where fish stare. Go by brooks, I will pass there. Go by rivers where eels throng. Rivers love, I won't be long. Go by oceans where whales sail. Oceans love, I will not fail. A little cliche for Leonard, but whatever. Just kidding. I think it's pretty. I like his shorter poems. I mean, I think he definitely thrives in a longer context. But yeah, everything he writes is like super long, which is a little annoying. I mean, it is good, but you know what? How about I lend it to you? I think you would find a lot from it. Poetry is interesting because it's very much, I feel, a study in there's a lot of humanness in it. There's a lot of flaw. It's people who aren't trying to be perfect, but they are trying to be mindful for the most part. Mindful about what they're saying, how they're saying it. I do believe reading poetry is a very mindful exercise. It's also one of the few things that we read that we intend on reading many times over. You know what I mean? Like, usually when you read a novel, if you like it, you can reread it, but you aren't like planning on rereading every sentence. But that's not how it is with poetry. You very much have to meditate on poetry. Yeah, I think like a lot of people, you go on the train and or on the bus, or maybe you're like a passenger seat in the car. You might bring a book, but poetry I think is also very fun because it can really bring you into that space. You understand what I'm saying? I think you should take that. Let me see. Oh, I forgot to take. You know what I take with me? I have all my supplements in my bag because I usually forget about them. No offense. Got the iron, got the B12, essentials if you're a vegetarian, and if you're iron deficient like me. I also have this probiotic with turmeric. I think turmeric is good for digestion. At least I hope so, because Lord knows my stomach needs it. Let me see. What else can I give you? Oh, you know what? I have something that I do believe in. Natural things that I believe are very helpful. I love natural perfume and also natural deodorant. I won't shame anyone for using like non-organic because that's your choice, your journey. Personally, the natural stuff, the unnatural stuff, like breaks me out. It's weird. Anyways, but I love natural perfume. Let me show you. And let me tell you something. It's not even that, you have to do like natural things, but not only does it smell better, it also lasts longer and sometimes is cheaper, especially if you get it from local places. Look at this. This one is lilac. So and they're nice because they're very natural. So it almost is like a dual essential oil, but also perfume. So like you can have it on you, but if you feel kind of stressed, you can kind of just give it a whiff, That one's lilac. This is a little weird. This one's called Unicorn Flesh. But it smells amazing. And it's by, what is it? Loney's Soap Co. Hello? Loney's Soap Co. And it smells amazing. And it's so good. I got this at the craft fair. Trust me, they should be paying me for promotion, but they're not, because I tell everyone about this shit. Listen, it's just, I don't know what it is, but the natural ones and I was at that craft fair, and I looked at a lot of them. They have really nice ones, but just literally go to any craft fair and just go get a perfume. And it's kind of like a dual, like, perfume, but also like a essential oil. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'll give you the choice. Do you want lilac or do you want unicorn? This one's like a candy. This is like very, very lilac. It's nice because it's like lilac, but without smelling like a grandma. Yeah, we'll try sure. The unicorn is more interesting, so we'll do a unicorn on you. Yeah, right here. Good, right? It's really good. really good. Let me see. I always use Burt's Bees. That one's my favorite. Feels, I don't even know if it's the most natural, but it feels most natural. Like little bees, like the little yellow, makes me feel good. Why don't you have some? I can tell you aren't wearing a lot of makeup today, which is fine. But I can tell you usually wear makeup in class. I'll put some on you. So it does lead me to believe that maybe it's not a choice because you wanted to, but more because you're feeling a little stressed today. Maybe you didn't feel like it, which is fine. You know what? Why don't I put a little bit something on you? I feel like it can make you feel a little bit more a little bit more ready for the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look at this. I have this little mauve ball. I don't really know what it's supposed to be, but I put it on my lips and my cheeks. Let me put a little bit on you. Ball, 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 ball. And just a little bit down and a little bit up. You know, I used to think that makeup was bad because I was like, it's not natural. But I learned a couple of things. First of all, you can find a lot of really good natural makeup, especially at the craft fairs. They love their natural makeup. But the other thing is, you know, there's only so much we can do, you know, for our bodies. If you want to put a little bit of paint, I don't think there's any harm in that. You understand? Let me see. You know what? Why don't I, if you want, you can say now. I did this look today. I call this a natural, spiritual smoky eye. See, kind of fun, kind of cute. I can put a little bit of eyeshadow on you, just a little bit. A little bit of purple, a little bit of gold. Just do it a little bit. Just a little bit, just to make you feel good, you know? There we go. I also have this crystal I keep with me, little angel. I recommend that you bring a crystal in your bag. I think it'll make you feel a lot better. Yeah, just whatever feels right. Just go any crystal store. Just pick what your heart calls. You know. Ruby scum. That's also good. It takes my mind off things. You know what I mean? Put all this back in my bag. Looks like I'm on a bit of a shop over here. Don't want anyone to get suspicious of me. Anyways. Well, I'm glad I could see you. I hope that I see you next Sunday. I think that if you continue, you will be very, how do I say this? I think that it will benefit you a lot. Do you understand? I feel like you need to find something that calms you, that like balances you, that aligns you. Things that are, you know, we all are looking for a balance between natural and unnatural in this world. Things that we need, things that we don't need. You understand? And I do think we are called to the earth. We also are called to the glam, to the plastic, many things. But we can realign that by talking to each other, especially with people who, you know, have some prior experience like me. Understand? Why don't you go get yourself a coffee? Go get yourself a book. I'm gonna go because I have many things to do today, but I think that it would be incredibly, incredibly helpful to you if you were to, you know, just really sit here, think a lot. Yeah, I think that'd be very beneficial. Well, I'll see you next Sunday, okay? It was nice seeing you.